it's Pete, Pete's Snakebite Kit. Thanks for coming by and checking out my YouTube channel again. This is where we talk about cobras, mostly my Cobra, building this replica AC Cobra from a Hurricane Motorsports kit. So when you were with us last time, if you remember, we talked about some parts we don't have. It's nobody's fault. It's a COVID thing where there's just some stuff we don't have yet. I talked about the gauge pack before. Nessinger is getting me the gauge set. For some reason the ammeter came as a fuel gauge, waiting for that to be swapped out. We're going on almost 3 months on that, and they're waiting for that to come from England. I'll get it when I get it. I'm not losing too much sleep over it. This is stuff that Pete needs to get. Some of that is thought process wise or parts that have to be here to support what I'm doing. You know, I can't get the drive shaft done until I have the car on the ground at ride height and get it measured and so on. Stuff we're waiting for from Hurricane. I showed you guys this last time. Had a number of things on here. Got a few things checked off. So Daniel and Alex got me some stuff. Thank you guys very much. Got the rear axles, 31 spline axles. Got the third member, which I was shooting for 370 gears. Ended up they had 360s available. That is not a big deal. We're splitting hairs at that point. And it came with the Eaton track lock in it, which is a very cool posi unit in it. Real excited about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in. We're going to put the rear tires on the ground, so at least I can see the rear tires on the ground. Still have no brakes, so this is a mock-up kind of thing, but it's a motivational exercise. Let's see if you like it. So here are those new parts. Ford 9-inch, ready to go in. The gears we've got in this are 360, so kind of in between gear. The posi in it, you can see, looks a little different. If you're used to looking at them with clutches, this is actually a Eaton track lock, which works a little bit like a Detroit locker. Locks up with gears instead of with conventional clutches, but works smoother than a locker. Had one of those in a street car before, and they're kind of interesting driving on the street. There's the axles, 31 spline axles. Gonna need to clean up the rear end housing. The powder coat, you can see, wraps around the edge here just a little bit, so I'm going to clean that up so the plate has a flat area to grasp onto. Anyway, let's get these in, see what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the knockoff adapters. These are left hand on the right side and right hand on the left side. That's easy for me to remember because they're backwards. When this spins on, it'll lock the wheel down. And then we'll have this pin we can drop through there to lock it on. I'm also going to safety wire them on. When this goes on here, for today it's going to be for a mock-up. The nuts won't tighten down all the way because there should be a rotor in there. we know we're doing this for a mock-up. But I just wanted to see how this works and how this goes on. Okay, like I said, we're putting this on for a mock-up. That thing's all flopping loose because there would be a rotor in there. Make sense? Five holes here that'll line up with these 5 studs. You can see those don't go all the way through because there's no lug nut. So we'll slip this on, see how it looks, okay? This goes on backwards because the left side goes on the right side goes on the left side. That's easy to remember. So that will tighten up and tap it with a lead hammer. We put this pin through here, and then I'm going to drill a hole where I can safety wire one to the spoke so these aren't coming out. That's what the knockoffs look like. Alright, so there you have it. Rear tires on the ground. Got the third member in it. Like I say, we're still missing parts, but it's kind of cool to see the thing sitting here almost on all its own 4 wheels. It's on 2 of the 4. Still waiting for brakes and some goodies up front so we can put those there. Anyway, got some of it on there. Started working on binning up the fuel lines, which is an art that I'm not a master at, but I think they're going to turn out. I'm going to have a pressure side going up the driver's side, going to have the return line coming down the passenger side. Was going to do it with an external fuel pump. There is no room for me to put that the way I wanted to mount it. So sent that back. We're getting a drop-in unit. So guess what? That's on back order from Holly. When I get that, we'll put that in, put the fuel cylinder in, and get the tank all set up. All right, so there we are. There's a Cobra as far as we can get it with the parts that we've got. We're getting there, right? As I get more parts, I'm going to do more videos, obviously. So stay tuned for that. Sorry these aren't more consistent and quicker. Kind of wish it was further along myself. Anyway, hey, please subscribe. If you like these, let me know. If you don't like them and you have some constructive criticism, I'll probably read those. But love to hear your thoughts on this. I really enjoy doing them. I hope you're enjoying them. Thanks again for watching.